A little about me first. I am a fat, geeky, socially awkward man with poor social skills. I have few friends, and, of course, no wife or girlfriend. I am not rich, but my job pays me well enough to splurge every now and again. I have an unusual hobby. I perform stand-up comedy at local bars. So now, on to the story. One time I bombed at an open mic. To cheer myself up, I decided to go to a strip club. I pick a stripper, and, as she is giving me a lap dance, my dumb ass thinks I can impress this hot topless girl. So I tell her I do stand-up comedy, thinking it would impress her. She tells me she does stand-up comedy too, and that she regularly performs at an open mic at insert location on Thursdays at 7 o'clock. For the sake of the story, I'll call the location the Comedy Bar. I knew for a fact that the Comedy Bar had an open mic every Thursday at 7, but I've never been to it because it was inconvenient for me. So I couldn't verify whether or not this stripper actually went to this open mic. I thought she might be lying to me to get more money out of me. But then I thought she knew the location, day and time of this open mic. So maybe she's telling the truth. Then my dumb ass told her, "Hey, let's meet up at this open mic." She agreed, and we exchanged phone numbers. The next Thursday, I left work early to get to this open mic. She wasn't there. At first I was pissed that she stood me up, but then I figured it wasn't a big deal. I signed up for this open mic, went up on stage, and actually did really well this time. I should have just gone home after that, but I was a fat guy who hadn't had dinner yet, and it was a long drive home, so I stuck around. Then the stripper texted me saying that her friend's band was playing at 9 o'clock at a place I'll call the Music Bar. The Music Bar is a live music bar in my area where local bands play. It was located literally a few doors down from the Comedy Bar. We agreed to meet up beforehand, so I hung around for a while waiting for her. This time she showed up, and, being a fat guy who hasn't had dinner yet, I asked her if she was hungry. She said yes, and suggested we walk to a pizza place that was a few blocks away. I said, "Why don't we eat at this Indian restaurant right in front of us?" She resisted first, but eventually agreed. So we were sitting at this Indian restaurant, eating tasty Indian food and having a pleasant conversation. She kept texting somebody, but I was a fat, socially inept guy, and I was stoked that I was having dinner with this hot girl. So I didn't really pay attention to her texting. And then, all of a sudden, a man walked into the restaurant, ignored the host and everyone else, and walked straight to our table. Without saying a single word to me, she got up and walked out, leaving her food unfinished. I thought this was weird, of course, but, being a fat guy, the first thing I did was finished my meal. I should have driven straight home after that, but my dumb ass thought, I wonder what her friend's band sounds like. So I walked a few doors down to the music bar and paid $10 for my ticket. Literally, as soon as I walked through the door, there was that same man standing right there. He said to me, "Aye, man, she ain't your bitch. You better stay away from her." At this point, I wanted nothing more to do with this girl, so I said, "Okay, fine, I'll stay away from her." Man, you better stay away from her. And with that, I walked out of this bar and drove home. I never went back to that strip club again. And the stripper had the nerve to use my phone number after that to text me, "Hey, baby, I'm working tonight. Don't you want to come see me?" Obviously, I blocked her number after that.